Alright, it's going. Yeah? 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 Okay. This is Sarah, and it's Sunday, and I'm doing another round of board soldering regarding the Eye of Toast board, which is, right? This board right here. And I was doing this the other day on Friday, and I soldered a couple of these up and ran into some issues getting it working. By the end of that stream, I don't think anything was working yet. Oh, hello, Ahmed. I don't think anything got working by the end of Friday. Right, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I logged off Friday night, we didn't actually have this board in a functioning, like, manner. But we troubleshooted it yesterday. Mark went and he basically discerned that I might need to up the resistor value so that I don't know, he thought we might be like running too much current through the ship, and it was like shutting it down, right?
Yeah, I calculated the resistors to run all the LEDs at 20 milliamps.
Yeah.
And there's, I think, what, 12-ish LEDs on the sets of LEDs on the board.
Yeah.
There's 12 segments. And so 12 times 20 milliamps is how much?
A number.
It's about 250 milliamps.
Yeah.
240. And the Arduino chip can only handle 100 milliamps maximum.
Yeah.
If you're going to drive LEDs directly. So that was like 2.5 times over what an Arduino chip you're supposed to do. So, and that's like full on, which we don't do, but still 2 or 3 or 4 segments on, you're pretty close to the limit. So I recalculated the resistor values to only draw about 10 milliamps. And worst case, I think we're at 120. You'd have to do a full on segment for it to get close to blanking the board out. But I think it'll operate a lot better. And the brightness wasn't all that different.
So we changed out the resistor value. The other problem was that all of the LEDs were on backwards on the orange LED board, so once those were flipped and the resistor value was shifted, switched, whatever, it worked fine. And then the green ones, the pair of green ones that I ended up soldering, those more or less worked out of the chute, and they look quite nice. I will totally... Oh, hang on. Let me check my thing. I'll light those up for you in a second. I'm going to switch the view down to my bench so you can see what it is that I'm looking at. There we go. I wanted that open. Woo! Bench view. There we go. I'm going to tilt this up. So right here, up a little ways, that direction, I've got these two sweet bad boys. These are my greens. These are the LEDs that looked kind of like a grain of rice for whatever reason. If I flip these around so that they're in the appropriate orientation for you guys, and then plug them into the USB power supply, you can see they light up a really sharp, oh man, green. You might be able to see them a little bit better once the sun goes down, but I guess I could probably put the lens on top of these. But they're working. They're rolling their eyes and blinking and looking back and forth, and basically doing the sarcastic routine. I think that's what this one is called. Hey Anthony, do I sell custom wafer boards if I provide the blueprints? I do not. I don't think so. Someone asked in the chat, do I sell custom wafer boards if I provide the blueprints?
No.
No. That's not what I do.
You have to make it yourself.
So if I get the lens for these...
I mean, if he wants to know where wafer boards are made, it's you get them from Seed Studio or OSH Park.
Yeah, you can have custom boards made at OSH Park or Seed. So there are places that will do them, but it's not me. I don't personally do it. Neither does Mark, right?
No, we design it, we upload it, and then 2 weeks later we get back circuit boards.
So if I put the ow, fucking fan. If I put the lenses over them, you can see the expressions quite a bit more clearly, and they look pretty sharp, I would say. But yeah, if you're just wanting to get a couple of boards made, I would suggest checking out oshpark.com. If you want to have a batch of boards made, like a bunch, like I had 100 of these made, I went with Seed Studio, which is I don't know, they're out of China. They're based out of China.
Hong Kong, yeah.
They're a little bit less expensive, so they're also an option. It just depends on how many you want.
Yeah, their base shipping's pretty high, like $20 to $30. And so if you're getting 100 or 200 boards, then the price difference between OshPark starts to make sense. But if you just want 3 boards or 6 boards, just go to OSH Park.
Yes.
And you'll get them in about 2 weeks.
You'll get them in 2 weeks, and they're super cool people,
yeah,
and you should
awesome.
Totally give them business, because they're amazing.
Yeah, if you've never done a board before, start with OSH Park.
I'm going to move those clear out of my way. So the goal for today, I want to get these up on my Tindy store as fast as possible, so I want to assemble one of these in each of the colors that I'm going to be offering, and I'm offering 4 colors on my store. These eyes will be available in pairs in red, tungsten, green, like you just saw, and maybe blue. So I'm going to be testing out whether or not blue will work. Mark is kind of doubting whether blue is a viable color because he thinks that it will again overload the chip, right?
No, it won't turn on because blues need about 3 volts to turn on, and you have 2 in series, right? So that's 6 volts just to light the blue, and so you only have 5 volts, so that 2.5 volts per LED may not be enough to make the blue turn on. It may turn on, it might be dim, and then again it might look fine. But you have to make 2 of them to find out.
So I'm going to solder. Okay, so these aren't even the correct size. I'm using the 0805 size LEDs, and I don't have any of those on hand. Like, I'm gonna do a Mauser order probably like tonight of the actual parts that I need. I didn't do it in advance, Bad Raptor, but we do have some of these 0603s hanging around in our lab, so I'm gonna attempt to force some of these tiny specks in one of the segments to see if they will work, just for the sake of getting a blue up and running and testing it to see if it's gonna do, because if it's not gonna do, then I'm not gonna go ahead and order a bunch of blue LEDs from Mauser, right, Mark?
Yes.
So that's the plan. So I've got these 2 eyes right here. These are the culprits for the evening. It's gonna go down. Oh, I need your tweezers, Mark. Can you tweeze me? I have a beer going too, by the way. Oh, Matthias. I'm soldering up here one of these boards. This is a Eye of Toast board that I just had come in from Seed Studio. I designed this, and I'm going to be selling pairs of these on my Tindy store so that you can stick emoting eyes on your appliances in your kitchen or in your house. So these are basically eyes, and you can program them with your own emotions and expressions. So that is the plan. But these are just prototypes for the time being. I'm testing out all the different colors I'm going to make available to see if they work and are bright enough, and then I'm going to order more of those parts so that I can, oh man, there we go, complete the BAM. Is that enough light? Yeah, it's enough light. Or is this better? That's probably good. There we go. So how are you guys doing? It's Sunday. You guys are probably chilling and relaxing up in the hood. I mean, we're all up in the hood, right? We're in the Vegas hood. Oh man, these are so small. I'm gonna scoot these on camera so that you can see how miserably tiny they are. So, the reason... Can you even see them? No, you can't. You can barely see them. See these two white little nodules on the cardboard? Those are what I'm soldering to the board right now. Ah. Okay, see ya, Anthony. Yeah, don't watch and drive. That's bad. I'm still developing ideas like yours. Fast prototyping? I'm not sure what you mean by fast, but yeah, as fast as I can prototype, that's the speed in which I prototype. It's the fastest that I can do. So 3D printing, yes. Cardboard, yes. Like through-hole, like components inside of perf board, yes. Like fast, like do it. So, yeah. Oh, and hello. Hello in Brazil. That's awesome. But yeah, I don't know, if you can get away with using through-hole components in perf board to test out a circuit, that works, but if you want to go fancy, then by all means go and have your board custom made at a place like OSH Park. Mark, which which segment was the one that blinked? Had the blink test thing? Was it this corner one?
Wait, what?
When you remember the test code, when you burn the bootloader, it like blinks.
You have to look at your schematic.
Oh, wasn't it just this corner?
It might have been the corner. I just don't remember the corner. It's the corner for D7. So look at the backside. Where's D7 at?
R7, you mean?
R7.
It was right there.
Okay, go turn it over. It's that top corner. It's that one or the edge? I think it's the actual edge. Yes, it's that. Try that.
So,
And then now when you program, it'll light up.
Whatever. Excuse me. As I gag. Oh, awesome. Hey, Vigray. How are you doing? Are you having a good Sunday? Are you working on stuff? I'm attempting to cough and not, like, accidentally inhale the tiny pieces that I'm about to solder on this board. Okay, so if I remember correctly, based on how we did this incorrect on Friday, the flat edge of the T on the back of the LED, the freaking the thing that's this big that you can't even see in my tweezers because it's so small, the T bar where the T intersects the flat part of the T, that part doesn't go on the same side as the fat bar on your silk, right, Mark?
Sure.
It's the pointy part of the T that goes on the fat part of the silk, not the bar part of the T. So again,
I guess the T forms an arrow, so the bottom of the T is technically pointing toward ground. In my mind, I reversed that.
I hate you.
So I screwed up. I had an old person's brain fart.
You're my favorite old person brain fart, Mark.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, I'm soldering one size too small of LED on this board because I don't have blue LEDs in 0805, so these are 0603s, so they just barely fit. I like it when it barely fits. Whoa. Go on there. Okay, so that one's on. I mean, on enough, at least. And I've got one more of these. Oh, hey, Vi. What are you talking about, Clem? Pretty okay for a Sunday so far. Might play some Half-Life later on today. Special Hacker Challenge business cards coming in tomorrow. Cool. pointy whipped tips. Hell yes. You've got your pointy whipped tips going. That's not what I'm talking about, sorry. Ha.
Solder tips.
His solder tips are whipped and pointy. That's awesome.
Frozen in time.
They're frozen in time. No. Stiff peaks. Stiff hacker peaks are the best kind of peaks.
Yes.
Just saying. Hey, Cheese! What up? Happy Sunday. Alright, I'm gonna do this next LED, and then I'm passing this board off to Mark, and he's gonna put a 0 ohm resistor on R7, I think, and then he's gonna put a chip on this board, because I'm bad at that, and then we're just gonna test it and see if it actually, like, works with the blue, because it might not. Alright, that seems to be correct. Alright, guys, I'm gonna put this other speck of dust right here on this pad. Don't drink and draw. It barely spans across. Oh my god. Shit. It's like barely enough room. So I went to Fry's today trying to find my own pair of tweezers. So like my day today, like the whole like day part of this day involved trying to find another pair of these, and I went to Fry's and they had like nothing. It was the most disappointing, lackluster experience, as is every trip to Fry's, I think.
Yep. Fry's is full of disappointment.
Fry's is a disappointment. But I did get a knockoff Arduino, which is good because, I don't know, I needed that. Alright, I think that's totally crooked. If it offends Mark, he can tweak it, but other than how it is, I think I'm just gonna leave it as is. You can see those on there. This one's extra special. That's okay. Mark, do you want to put a 0 ohm resistor on R7 and a chip?
Why do you want me to put the resistor on?
Because you didn't give me a 0 ohm. Oh shit! Sorry. Oh, okay.
Show everybody the whole reel of zeros.
He gave me a giant reel of 0 ohm resistors. Yeah. I didn't know they made them in 0.
Infinite zeros.
Infinite zeros.
Yeah, they're just called jumpers or shunts.
From the 80s. They're called shunts. From the 80s. Oh man. It's 2:45 a.m. Monday now. Aw, I got a nice night sculpting a character using ZBrush. Sweet! Oh, you use ZBrush? What sort of character are you building, Ahmed? That sounds awesome. And Hamza asked if I'm drunk soldering again. I'm not drunk.
Not yet.
Not yet. But the night's young. Give it time, sir.
Let that flower blossom.
I do have a beer behind me. Mark, you did not cut off your spent tubing.
What?
You didn't.
Oh, you can cut off the extra with a trick with your nippers.
Where are my nippers?
Your nippers.
Where are my nippers?
Yeah, there they are.
Oh, I need my nippers.
Nippers.
I want my nippers. My nippers. Okay, I'm cutting. Just so you guys know, this is how much not used shit was just sort of hanging out on this reel. Mark, I'm ashamed of you.
I do that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I need one of these fancy pantsy 0 ohms. I can probably, because I've never heard of 0 ohm. Oh man, I messed up my cameras. You guys can probably see that a little bit better, I'm guessing. How is the focus on that? A little bit better? Oh, no. Nope, I'm ruining it. There we go. Do the eyes have a drunk expression?
Whoa.
Alright, as of
Write that down.
I mean, so, okay, so there's two different, like, components that make up expressions. So there's the eye expression, which is just like a frame. It's like a single like way that the eyes are, and then you kind of combine those in a line over time to make like an animation, and then I think the animation is the thing that creates the expression. So when I do my instructional video on how to like create emotions for your eyes, there's going to be the option of creating your own like state that the eyes are in, like which pixels are lit up, and then there's going to be which ones are lit up over a period of time to create like, you know, like the effect of rolling your eyes is like 3 different like, you know, types of the way that the eye looks in order to create that effect that, you know, something is rolling its eyes. So this one, like the code that's going to come on the eyes is called what is it, judgmental? I think it's judgmental. So the eyes are going to come with the judgmental animation on the eyes, which is the thing that I coded for Toaster like way back in the day, and that's just his default mode. If you want to create like happy or hyper or drunk or shy or like some other like disposition, then it's going to be up to you to decide what that would be. I might like take on a couple of those just to like play around and experiment, and I think like Mark and Tony are gonna come up with their own animations for their appliances, but I don't know, it just, there are a lot of ways of expressing yourself, so there are endless possibilities. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so there's my, can you guys see that? There, that's the thing that I'm putting on there right now. Alright. And that's on R7. Yes. R7. You'll get caught up in the R7. Oh man, that's like a big blob. Don't do that to me, sir. Alright. I am getting faster at this, which is good, because in the foreseeable future, where I have to make many of these to send out to customers, I'm gonna have to actually put these together. The handle by myself. Oh man, you guys are chatting up there. I work on... Ooh, psychological horror games. That is awesome. Forbidden Forgiveness. That sounds kinky. While I am studying robotics. So you're working on... You do psychological horror games while studying robotics. That is awesome. I approve. That is a really cool way to spend your time. Isn't a 0 ohm resistor a wire? Yes, cheese, it is. But Mark happens to have them, so I don't know. I'll use his 0 ohms as like bridges.
You can put a wire there if you want.
But how? Hamza asked, what do I think? Wait, what? It's really hard to explain. What do I think about resistors? I have no idea. I know that they're small and they're rectangular and they do exactly what you want them to if you pick the right ones, just like men.
Whoa. Whoa.
Hi, Lord Grease, Earl of Maggot. How are you doing? Good evening. Good. I don't know what time it is there. You're in New Zealand, right? I'm not quite sure what time of day or what day it is over there, but good evening from Las Vegas, because it's going into evening here from afternoon. The sun is still up, but it's sinking quickly. And hello, Maker Block. Maker Block, I'm doing a blue this time, and it should work. I'm testing out 0603 blue LEDs on the 0805 pads of my board, just for the sake of testing whether or not blue LEDs will work in this context at all, because I'm putting in my Mauser order tonight, and I don't want to order blue LEDs if they're not going to work. So that's what I'm testing right now. And I agree, 0 ohm resistors are far sexier than just bridging it with wire. I mean, if you put the pad there for a resistor, then you might as well fill it in. Because even if it's doing nothing, it looks like far more like than, I don't know, like a big blob of solder bridging the two things together, which is what I would do. Oh man. Not def Kefler? Kelfer. Not dead Kelfer. I'm sorry if I don't know. I'm gonna go take a swig of beer. But hello and welcome to the stream. It's 1:56 p.m. there. Oh, so you're still in the afternoon then. Enjoy that afternoon. And super early for Hamza. Wow, you guys are all over the place. It's like, it's just now going on 5 o'clock, and I have a beer, like, ready and waiting for me, like, just, like, to hot swap in my face, like, on my desk. And hello, awesome, Smashed Up Face, you're here too. Cool, this is a party now. We can, like get our party on. I'm gonna pass this off to you, Mark. Mark.
What? What?
I need a chip. So Mark's gonna put that big guy right there, because I'm really bad.
You gotta figure out a way to get your camera over there.
Do you want it? Oh, do you want me to bring my laptop so they can watch?
Will it work?
It's probably
you can point
complicated.
the laptop screen at the... But then you'll be unplugging your camera.
Yeah, just go do it.
I'll solder it and come back with it, and it'll magically be on there, right?
Yeah.
So let me do that.
Yeah.
Using all my chips.
You'll get them back. You'll get them back.
Stash at Megas.
I'm gonna give them back. I'm using up Mark's stash of Megas.
That are supposed to be for our Delta robots.
Yes. So one of the things we have to do this month is, for the month of April, we are putting our Delta robot flock in one of the libraries here locally in Las Vegas, and the last time we did this at a different library back in the fall during the month of October, we displayed them for 2 months straight, and a bunch of the robots, like, the motors started failing, so we have to do triage to the entire installation before next month. So that's one of the things that him and I get to, like, intimately focus on in this lab every day until they're fixed again. And this might involve either replacing motors or pulling the defective motors out and opening them up and seeing if we can fix them. Because the problem seemed to be that after a motor idled in a certain position for a long enough period of time, it wore that position in the potentiometer like away or something, and it just like shook and would start like doing this terrifying shaking thing that was bad.
Oh my god.
What are you doing?
I need...
Tiny solder?
Yes.
Take that. Take it, Mark. Mark plucked some solder off of my camera. Thank you. Lord Grease, Earl of Maggot, is from the future. You're totally from the future. We're way back here just like suckling the nectar, the dew off of a day that is past in other places. A blob of solder is sexier than a 0 ohm resistor. Is it really though? Is that sexy or is that like irreverent? And is irreverence sexy in that case? I don't know, I think irreverence is pretty sexy. Aw, man. So it's 1:57 a.m. on Sunday for you, Alex. So your Sunday's just getting started. Shit. And hi, Tony. Tony went to Fry's with me earlier today. As I mentioned, I went to Fry's looking for tweezers and did not find them. And it's totally not our first beer of the day. So where I said that I had a 5 o'clock beer, which it is 5 o'clock like on the nose right now, and I'm gonna go get what is left of my second beer, which is sitting on my desk, and take a swig of it before it gets too warm. For those of you who believe that it's 5 o'clock anywhere or somewhere, and that's all you need to have a cocktail, then here and now is your excuse. So grab your beer if you want one and join me. I'm having mine. Except, as you guys might know, my beers are always kind of this color. That's good stuff. Ah, Hamza says he has to sleep. Well, sleeping is good too. So enjoy the sleeping. I do enjoy my sleeping. Are digital encoder servos digital servos? Is that what they mean by digital? Because the ones we're using are analogs. Mark, if we use digital servos, would we have this problem?
Probably not.
So do we need digital servos?
They're expensive.
Mm,
So we went with these because they're the cheapest servos that did the job.
okay. So
Because we were building how many robots?
100.
100, and then we built 400 more for customers, and you didn't want the robot to cost $1 million, so
I've made 500. Wow.
we have made 500 robot kits,
Whoa. Yeah.
which is 1,500 paddles, 3,000 yellow arms, all on one printer.
All on one printer.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like something like 50 spools of PLA.
So, Mark put a chip on this.
Have at it.
Alright, I'm gonna have at it.
Oh, I need to put the clock on there.
Oh.
Sorry.
You can all my parts. You need to order those too then.
Crystals?
Yep.
Deal. Ahmed said he has the same servo problem too. So you get like the jitteriness after using them for a while. When they like idle in one position, they like start like tweaking. What, no kink shaming? I'm not kink shaming.
What?
I'm totally that's the last thing I would do. Mr. Vi Gray, sir. I like seductive blobs of solder just as much as the next lady. I bought some servos from AliExpress, and after tested it with it started going crazy and oddly shaking. Weird.
Yeah, we remember the ones we on AliExpress we did the test.
Yeah.
Remember the ones we evaluated that were the Metal Gear?
Oh yeah, those were
And
weird.
2 didn't work at all, and then 1 died within a day.
Yeah, we
We're like, no, we're not buying from these people.
So when we were trying to assess which servos we wanted to put in our kits for our Kickstarter, we were going to. One of the options that we considered was to get inexpensive Metal Gear servos from AliExpress from China. So we ended up getting these like T-Pro knockoffs, and we bought 10 just to test them and see how they were. And of the 10 that we ordered, 2 didn't work, and 1 died within the first day. So it was like the worst margin ever of whatever you would call that margin. It was a bad margin. It was a brown, smeary brown. It was the brown margin. It didn't pass. So we ended up buying like we got the Power HDs from a reputable local source, Pololu, and they were the most inexpensive option for us given the amount of money that we had, and yeah, they work out. I guess just if you're gonna run your Delta robot 24 hours a day for months at a time, then you do eventually start running into problems. So that's a good thing to note in case you too want to do this for some reason. And yes. Oh, 2 a.m. on Monday? Oh, no beer for you either. Damn.
I think you're down to what? Capacitors, and then throw the programmer on it and see what happens.
Alright. Capacitors it is. Down I go. Into the wild blue yonder. Wait. Oh, my camera's all screwed up now. Mark, what did you do? This goes here. Kinky. No. This way. Oh man. I don't know if I'm sick or if I'm dying or if I'm allergic to something in my environment. Or maybe it's just allergy season. That's also something that I hadn't really considered. That could be the reason why I feel this way. You knock me off of my feet now, baby. Ooh. Oh man. Blobs of solder. I bought some servos. Oh. Yes, the servos maker block were definitely twerking. They're the twerkiest servos. All my babies were twerking. Tweaky servos equal twerking robots. Right, Mark?
Sure.
Man, now I have Michael Jackson stuck in my head. What the fuck was that? Was that your printer?
Revving the engine on his old piece of junk car.
Oh, someone's revving their junk car?
Yes.
Hmm.
Their car junk.
Their car junk. I hate it when they rev their car junk. Okay, I'm putting my capacitors in place, and then we can program this chip. We can bump the BERT loader. The BERT loader?
What?
We can bump the BERT loader. Burn the bootloader on the chip and then upload the I-code and see if it lights up like a Christmas tree. 75 ohms. Have all these reels that Mark got from the 80s. He went back in time. Not really. He got them in the 80s and brought them forward in time to me.
I got those in the 2000s.
What? Really?
Yeah.
No.
In Silicon Valley, there was one of the surplus stores had buckets of reels like that, and they're like $1 each. And a reel can cost 40, 50 bucks. So I went through and I got all the common values out of there.
Mark got a bunch of reels of components for $1 a piece.
I was there for like 4 hours. Spent 20 bucks.
Can you guys hear Mark talking? I'm just like curious. Because he's like behind me. Mark, you have to shout from your throat.
In the bottom of my throat.
Tony, how goes working on your cabinet? I know that's what you said you were going to be working on tonight. If you're still in here. Make sure they are not backwards this time. These aren't the LEDs are definitely not on backwards, but these things are capacitors and they can't be backwards, I think. Right, Mark?
What?
Can capacitors be backwards?
No.
Okay.
Only polarized ones, but not ceramics, generally. They'll be marked if they're reversible.
Okay, so I'm not gonna screw this up.
Probably not.
Hey baby with the high heels on, you give me fever like blah 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 blah. 'Cause you're the one for me, the way you make me feel. Oh man. Fuck. I bridged the capacitors again. Mark.
What?
I bridged the capacitors.
I'll fix it for you. Just continue.
Okay, they're on.
Alright.
There's a big old solder bridge between two of them.
Alright, what do you do when you're taking a circuit board from somebody else?
You lick them.
No, you touch their skin to discharge any static electricity so you don't zap your board when you touch it. So go like that. If it's somebody you don't know, just use the back of your hand. If it's somebody you know, use the front of your hand. Maybe a caress and a kiss. But if you don't know that person, that's awkward.
Lick
So
them.
let's take this.
In either case, lick them.
If you really like them, lick them.
If you like them,
If they like you back.
then lick them.
If they don't like you, that's like...
If they like you,
Then you end up in a class at work explaining why you shouldn't do those kinds of things. Anyways. Not that I know of that.
you heard it from the man. Waiting for glue to dry, that's no fun. Tony? Yeah.
Yep, one of your LEDs is not soldered.
What?
So there we go.
There's a raptor.
Oh, there's plenty of bridge on these.
On what?
Plenty of room.
On what? Oh, there is?
LEDs, they totally fit on
Through the microscope.
there.
Jeez.
What am I doing with this? Oh, the bridge.
Solder blobs are sexy. That's like in my mind. Like my brain, because of you, Vi Gray, keeps like saying solder blobs are sexy. And I'm like, solder blobs are sexy. I still need to draw my crabs. Oh, that's good. So sweet. Kill all humans? I mean, I agree, but why? Why? What prompted those thoughts? Oh, not sober Sunday? Vi, what are you drinking?
Nuts.
Cheers. Cheers,
I
Vi.
like that.
I'm gonna clink you. Clink.
You gotta rev up for Margarita Monday by having a not sober Sunday.
Oh god, tomorrow is Margarita Monday. Oh god.
Alright.
What?
You make the wire and then put it on the programmer and see what happens.
Do I need power again?
You have to power the board. The programmer does not provide power. Want another USB cable?
Fuck. Yeah.
Here, let's get you some USB cables. Look what Mark has. Mark has. These are
honey.
all USB cables that somebody gave me. They're brand new in the bags.
They're brand new. In
My
the
old place in
bag.
Silicon Valley, they didn't use 100 of them, so they just sent them to me on a FedEx pallet.
And now he has 100 of them.
They're all gone now.
He could roll.
Well, those people are gone, but
Yeah. He made them gone.
oh, this one's not even in the bag. All right. Holy shit.
So he likes lobbing off the tips of these things and then just shredding the pieces out.
Live. So
he's gonna
okay,
live
so you have this,
look
right? You got this USB
to the laptop.
cable, and then we're gonna use this end. So we're gonna keep it. We're gonna cut this end off. It's gonna be live. All right. So I'm going to strip this back, but there's white, green, red, and black. We don't care about the white and green because they're data, but the red, black are the 5 volts and ground. And then we can use this as a power source on your computer or your that little brick that has the battery in it.
You can use
So
this.
let me go to my bench and strip these and get them ready for you.
Strip and get ready for
Yes,
me.
I'll get stripped and get ready for you. Okay. That's a very presidential thing to say. All right.
That voice is your inner Freud. I don't have a man named Freud inside of me. I've never had a man named Freud inside of me. Just
Your
saying.
birthday's coming up.
Aw, shit. My birthday is coming up.
We know some German people, so.
Oh, I want some German people at my birthday.
Sigmund.
William, Mark's job is to fix custom electronic systems at the Blue Man show in Las Vegas. That is what he does. But he is a circuit designer professionally as well. Ooh, and Vi says that he's sipping brandy. That sounds so posh. Ooh. What kind of fancy brandy? There's stripping going on tonight and brandy and dirty beer. This is like, it's a fun Sunday. And there's gonna be eyes. I was gonna say the wires would be the only reason I would keep them. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Alex says he's learning electronics with this.
Oh.
You're learning from one of the best and one of the worst.
One of the worst influences, and Sarah.
No. You can kind of see the light on a palette of the deltas over there. That's kind of special, right? That's really pretty, actually. The deltas are kind of like lit up by the sun setting. It's like the
nice.
golden hour right now, so
Look at that.
they're like illuminated by the light from the window, which is right there. Let's take a moment and appreciate that. This is one of those special moments. Let's take a moment and reflect on this. Is this is this the only palette that got onto the surgery table today, Mark?
Yep, and I still haven't got to it. Procrastination.
So there are 7 deltas on that palette.
Yes.
There are 12 palettes.
And I put blue tape on the ones that are having motor problems, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of these have buzzing, like twitching motors. So 5 times, how many pallets do we put in the show? 10-ish?
Yeah, 10.
That's like 50 servos that we may have to replace on average. That's like pretty much all the servos we have. So that's what, $500 worth of servos just for a library gig. That sucks. All right, here's so let's show you like God, I hate mirroring. So I cut the end off. I took the green and the white. I cut them down, and then I stripped these. So she's gonna put these on the board, and now your board can be powered with a USB thing. Have fun with that. Knock yourself out.
All right. Taking you down.
Take you down.
Take you down. Take it down. Alright, so there are these 2 pads, like round circular dots on either end of this circuit board. There's a VCC and a ground here, and a VCC and a ground here. The reason why there's pads on either side of the board is on one side you're going to need to bridge wires between your 2 eyes so that power is getting to both of them. And then the other end is supposed to go to your power source, whatever that ends up being. And I'm going to outline a couple of different ways that you can get power to your eyes on my instructions once I actually finish putting those together. Yeah. No, you go on the pad. Solder goes on the pad. They had this soldering iron at Fry's today. It was like $130, which was surprising. Okay, so VCC goes on the red. Yeah?
Yeah.
Raw. Do not give me any of your faith. What are we eating tonight?
I don't know. I think we're gonna make the burgers.
Oh, we're making tandoori burgers.
We got tandoori seasoning. I'm gonna put it on hamburger.
We're
See if
having
that actually tastes good.
we're having tandoori burgers tonight. We should grill up the peppers.
And then we'll grill those up with some cream cheese.
Tony, if I was gonna give you some of that peanut butter bar to take home and I forgot. So,
Too bad, Tony.
because we have way more than we can eat.
No, that's not true. That'll last for a week.
Okay, so if you're over here again, in the next couple of days, remind me and I'll give you some to take home. Because the peanut butter bar that we made on Friday, because I know I mentioned this on Friday for those of you who were around on Friday, turned out, like, good. And it was easy. Like, it had, like, 4 ingredients. It was, like, butter, graham crackers, powdered sugar, and peanut butter, and that was it. And then if you want chocolate on top, you can put, like, a layer of chocolate, so it's more like a Reese's Pieces peanut butter cup. But me, personally, I just like the peanut butter. So, but I'm weird. Alright, I'm powering this. Okay. I'm providing power to the board, and then I'm going to burn the bootloader on the board, and then it's gonna turn on. Yeah? Say yes.
Yeah.
Yes! Where's the programmer? Where's the germinator?
Did I have it?
You have
I think I was doing all the programming last night.
Oh.
It's.
I don't think so.
I think it's on your desk.
No, it would
It's on your desk. No, I don't have it. At least I don't think I do. Keep losing stuff.
No! Okay, well, here's the USB cable. So I've got that figured out. We lose things in here often because there's so much stuff, which is problematic. It's under here. Ah, yes it is. It was covered by reels. The reel of 0 ohm resistors that are useless, are useful. It was underneath that. Okay, so this is the whisper box that I'm using to program with these pins. So these pins right here pinch the side of the board. Oh god. Right there. They line up with those pads, and that's how the programming is done. So you just pinch this down on the edge of the board while it's programming, and then once it's done you can then remove this, and you don't need to have any ugly unsightly male headers just sticking up out of the board permanently soldered down on there. So this is a nice alternative to male and female headers for programming. Right, Mark?
Yes.
Right, so I'm plugging the programmer into my laptop. I'm plugging the laptop into the programmer, and then the programmer is going on either side of this board. I can probably hold this up so you can see it at this point. Oh man. Okay. And then I have to go over to, so you guys can see this, the Arduino, which is this. This is the Eye of Toast code. And I'm going to burn the bootloader. So that's done. And the blue is working. So, for those of you that want to see this, the blue is blinking right now. Mark, come over here. Do you think this is bright enough? I mean, it's ultimately up to me. I don't know why I'm asking Mark, but what do you think?
What's with the cover? Do you have a cover?
Yeah.
Right here somewhere?
Let's put this down. There's one.
Right here. All right.
There should be one on the floor. I don't know where it went.
Yeah,
It fell.
Try that.
Fuck. Okay. It's kind of dull. I mean, it doesn't look dull on the...
So there's your limitation.
Is that how bright it would be always?
Yeah, that's not very, on the camera it looks fine, but it's very not.
It's light. It's really light. You can see it better here.
It's very subtle. Yeah. How's the diffusion on that?
I mean, it looks fine
you
in
might
real
have
life.
to add some white foam in there to diffuse it a little more, but
No.
yeah, you're kind of screwed.
So blue's probably not going to be a thing then.
Yeah, I don't think blue's an option.
What do you guys think? I mean,
You might be able to find brighter blues, but they're going to be expensive.
So so it looks more like this, I guess, in the low light.
I mean, in a darker room, yeah, it's fine. You might just explain that it's going to be a darker, right? And your greens and reds are going to just be more vibrant.
So the plastic does diffuse the, you don't need foam in there. So
You could, well, if you don't like the hot spot when you look at it up close.
You know, that's only on the camera. In real life,
Well,
it's
yeah,
not so much.
I can see a hot spot there, so yeah, it's up to the person.
But, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I offer this blue on my store, or should I just stick with the brighter colors? I guess for reference, I can, like, plug the green one in again real quick.
Yeah, you should put it together. Plug them both in.
Okay.
Do you have a cable on the other one?
Yeah. Oh, this fell off. Let me resolder it. Do you have... Look, can you check on the floor and see if you can find the other lens? Because it fell off and it, like, I don't know where the fuck it went. Oh! Oh, this just cracked off. Alright, let me triage the power on the...
There's that.
Oh, thank you. There we go. I gotta fix the power on this real quick, and then I can hold the two next to each other, and you guys can give me your thoughts, if you would be so kind. There we go. Should be enough. That's not how you do it. Wow, that's really bad. Oh my god, hold still. That doesn't... Wow. Quit fucking around, Sarah. There, that should be good enough. Okay. Okay, off goes the light. Ahmed asks why we use 2 chips for 2 eyes. That's a good question. Why do I do that?
Wait, what?
Why do I use 2 chips for 2 eyes? Cause I have to.
I don't think you can light up all the segments.
I don't think I have enough pins to light up all the segments.
And then you'd have a bunch of wires between the eyes. You could do a NeoPixel version and pull that trick off.
So this is the brightness. The green is significantly brighter when you, like, you can tell, because you can see it's lighting up my fingers and, like, all the space around my hand. I mean, this kind of is, but... Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely a difference. Show it to me. I'd say in, like, my normal eyes, that it's just not brighter, but it may be acceptable. Like, if you tell people it's not going to be bright, they might be alright with that.
Well, let's put a lens.
In most situations, it looks fine.
There's the other cracker. There. So that's the difference. I guess the green is a little bit brighter. Like, this isn't pressed down all the way, so a lot of the bleed will go away once the PCB is pressed into the lens all the way. But this is significantly brighter than the blue. Should I do a whole set of blue, like solder it up? Or should I just... I don't know, what are you guys saying down there? Lord Grease says he wouldn't complain. Alex says that he likes it. I like it, but lighting is different over cameras and it's difficult to tell. Yeah, Vi, you're totally right. Why do I... drunk soldering is the best soldering? Vi, yes, it is. Everything's better when you have a beer inside of you. Or something inside of you.
What?
It looks fine compared to the green, but a bit more dull. It is a little more dull. It doesn't have the same, like, rich lushness as the green. Like, I know it's not translating as well for you guys. But, yeah, maybe it's not so bad. Yeah. Mark, what do you think? Come here.
Uh,
No!
You know, I think a lot of people will be fine with that.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it really isn't. It's not the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah, I might stick with it. Should I do the whole one up blue and
Yeah,
put it on my store?
Just do a whole blue one.
Okay.
I think if you note that it's not as bright, people will make their own decision, and it is what it is, right?
Alright.
It's pretty cool.
Okay, then I'm gonna keep blue on my store. I don't know, blue's like a cool digital, like, cyberpunky feeling, like, eye to have, so... Alright, I'm gonna solder up the rest of this with blue LEDs, and then we can all see what it looks like, because the chip's already on it, it already has the code, so... all I have to do is complete it. So thank you for your feedback, everyone who let me know their thoughts. You guys are the reason why I'm keeping it on my store. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bothered. I would have been like, screw it, pick some other easy color like, I don't know, orange. Orange isn't going to be available. I think I'm doing tungsten, red, green, and blue, and that's it. So orange isn't one of the ones I picked. I mean, that's not to stop anybody from getting orange LEDs and like replacing them, but I don't know, I picked 4. I've got 50 sets, so 4 different colors seemed right. Okay, alright, time to put the rest of the blue LEDs on the blue board. Oh man. Oh, what are you guys saying? It looks fine compared to the green, but a bit more dull. Green more cyber. Okay, green looks amazing, but blue still okay. The segment bleed is stronger with the green, but the blue looks bright enough from my end. You should open up a P.O. box. I should open up a P.O. box. Do all the colors use the same resistors? No. Cheese. I guess the resistor value is different based on the model of the LED and the color of the LED and a bunch of different variables, so they're different. And definitely for the blue. Like, the blue is totally a different resistor value because it takes, like, I don't know. Why is the blue resistor value different? Why is blue a pain in the ass? You can explain it better than I can.
Oh, why?
Yeah. Ahmed said if we want to use one chip with less wires, we could use serial communication. I could use the... So
wait a minute. What are you serially communicating to?
the 2 eyes with one chip.
But then you need another chip to receive the serial communication.
What?
You're not saving a chip. You are communicating. Well, you need something to receive the serial communication. You can't just talk to an LED over a serial line. It doesn't work like that. So you would have to have another chip. The chips really, they cost $2. Big deal, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind it. That's why I designed it that way.
Yeah, I mean, if you just run LED wires, you're going to have like 15 wires going to your other eye, and now it's not a dainty little 2 little power wires. It's like this fat cable going between. So that's kind of not aesthetically nice. I think in a future design, it's like looking at NeoPixels would be nice, because then you're just down to 3 wires and 1 chip for as many boards as you want to drive. So that's kind of a nice thing. So, okay, so wire, blues, what?
Why do you need a different resistor value for
Okay,
blues?
so when they make LEDs, I'm not even in the frame. Holy crap! All right. Where's our lighting director? So when they make LEDs, LEDs are essentially a diode that happens to glow when you run current through it. And when they make them, they dope them with different chemicals to get the different colors and other, it's all some chemistry thing that's happening. But green tends to be a really easy color to get brightness out of, and so does red. So those in that color range, green and red and yellow, you tend to get for a little bit of voltage. The diode conducts very well for whatever they're doping it with to get that color out of it. It conducts very well. It uses less electricity for how much luminance or brightness you get out of it. And blue LEDs were a holy grail up until about 20 years ago, because nobody'd made a blue LED before, like 20-ish years ago. And so because of how you had to chemically, whatever they had to do for chemically making that, and so a Japanese researcher figured it out, and they started making blue LEDs. And the thing is, those didn't last very long initially. They were not very bright, and since then they've improved a lot. But blue LEDs still, like, you need to put like 3.2 volts into a blue LED just to make it run at the same brightness as a green one will run at 2 volts. So in our setup, she has 2 LEDs in series, and she has a 5-volt power supply. So when you do with a 0 ohm resistor in there for the blue, that means each LED is getting 2.5 volts. And if it's a LED that wants 3.5 volts to really to go brightly, you're 0.7 volts per LED short. So the LED will probably turn on, but it'll just be dim. So you could, I guess, in theory, run them in parallel, right? So that might be another thing. But to get them to burn, I think, even brightly, you can't drive them. Here's the problem we had yesterday. You can't drive that many LEDs directly off an Arduino, because the Arduino can only handle 100 milliamps through its little gate system. It'll burn the chip out because the current's going through that Arduino chip to do that. So you'll have to add switching transistors so that you can switch the LED power externally, and then that current won't be going through the Arduino anymore. But now you have a more elaborate design if you want really bright LEDs, or you want to run them at different voltages, or all that fun stuff. So definitely you could do it. It's just not on this board the way it was designed. So blue's kind of like that outlier in what you can get away with. But yeah, blue LEDs need about 3 volts to start to like look bright, and we don't have that. We would need to run the board at 6 volts, I think, to do that. And that's above the limit of the Arduino chip, or at the limit of the Arduino chip. You risk burning the Arduino chip out in a whole different way if you ran it at 6 volts as opposed to running it at 5 volts. So there. That's your explanation.
Thank you, sweetie.
So what are our comments here?
You should read them.
Tony says lighting in that lab sucks. Thanks, Tony. Oh, Cheese It Up. Oh, good one. Says there's a nice voltage current curve of all the different colors. Look it up. We should do that.
Okay.
Then you'll find out, what you're going to get at what voltage. Thank you, Cheese It Up. That's a really good suggestion.
Cheese is awesome.
Yes, we like cheese. So, there you go.
Thank you, sweetie. Thank you for explaining stuff.
I hate knowing things.
See?
I gotta go have a drink now.
This is why I defer to him before I make any major decisions in regard to my board designs.
I gotta get back to getting this time machine working.
Me too.
I want out of this prison.
Aww. I know. Living with me is awful.
No, it's not you, it's this world.
Oh. Oh man. Oh, I hate flipping over microscopic pieces of bullshit dust. Oh. Motherfucker. You guys are just watching me like flip a tiny speck of dust around over and over and over again onto itself. To no avail. At least I'm not launching them. I remember the first time I tried like surface mounting LEDs that were this small, like at Jeff's place, I just launched them all over the place. I tried to pick them up with the tweezers and squeeze them too hard and they just went flying.
Yep.
And I was like, no. That was when I did the DEF CON badges. Remember when we did our name badges the first year we ever went?
Those were fun.
But it was all like tiny. Like I made a surface mount badge for DEF CON. Oh god. For like we made name badges and it had like SMT components, but I drew my badge with Sharpie and then home etched it like on copper plating, and then I had to solder surface mount components on something that I drew by hand, which was fun. And it worked. It totally worked. It was kind of a pain in the ass. And I had never surface mount soldered that many tiny specks of dust before, so it was like a completely new experience for me in the realm of small. I longed to reach new heights of small. Right, Mark?
Yes.
I'll check what you... I'm gonna check chat in a second. I'm sorry. I wanna get all these things on while I can concentrate. And then I might go have a third beer because it's Sunday and the devil on my shoulder is telling me to have another one. Or I might make tea. Mark, should I have tea or another beer?
I don't know. Should we switch you to tea?
Oh, it's Sunday. Do I need to be productive anymore? Whoa. Okay, I'm almost done. How many more do I have to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more of these little buggers. How much more time do we have to go on your print, on the new printer?
Like 10 minutes.
Oh, 8. I lied. 8 more.
It'll be done. I'll pop it off there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Should totally pop it off.
Live on the internet.
Pap off. Do you have any more blue LEDs? Was
There's
it?
little strips in there. Should be a shit ton.
Oh, really?
They cut them up into little substrips.
Oh.
So they don't fall out.
Substrips are good. Oh, Tony's talking shit about the lighting. I really want to clean the tip of that soldering iron. Oh, don't talk shit about my dirty tip, Vi. Was browsing Stack Overflow Electronics when I was supposed to be working. Beer! Lord Grease, Earl of Maggot, says I should have beer, and Paul Esqualis says liquor instead of tea. What happens if you mix them? You become really horny and relaxed. The devil telling you to have another beer is underestimating you. What? He's underestimating me. Should I appease the devil on my shoulder? Tea and beer. I could just have both. I could double fist. There's nothing wrong with that. Regardless of what they say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. 7. Okay. Almost done. Okay. I might have some more of those Doritos and another beer. I do need to write instructions, though. There's always work to be done. That's the problem. And I've kind of put it off the past 2 days. On Friday I was like, yeah, my homework for the weekend is to get like instructions done for how to like install these eyes onto a thing. And I started them, but I haven't like taken photographs or really like finished the instructions. Granted, it is the weekend and I can relax and enjoy myself a little bit. I should allow myself that. And tomorrow is another working day and I do get the lab to myself, so I don't know. I kind of want to curl up on the couch and play Splatoon for the rest of the evening. How does that sound, Mark?
Yes.
He just said yes. He doesn't care. He's like, yes, you need to shoot squid ink on small children.
Yes.
You need to drink and be a vile video gamer, gaming gamer, old lady adult. Okay, those are all on. I'm cleaning my tip, Vi. I have two. No, you guys, no. Two's too much. Whoa, my limit is like 3. That's like hard stop these days. But this is me killing 2, and it's what, almost 6? How long have I been doing this? Hour and 16 minutes? So I started at 4:30. Gotcha. So long as you stream the squidlings. Oh, you want to see me like murder small Japanese children with my inking peripherals? What do I use? Oh yeah. Oh, I remember what weapon I use. Okay. I have to do the opposite side. I have to get some liquid jizz on the opposite pad. Molten jizz, not liquid jizz. All jizz is liquid, Sarah. Molten jizz. Sorry.
What?
Mark's like, what are you talking about? Matt, by the way, those of you that were present on Friday thoroughly enjoyed meeting you guys. Like, you inspired him and encouraged him to do his gaming stream that he's been kind of talking about doing for a while now, so I just wanted to pass that on. He needs to come back to Discord and hang out with us again. Because Matt's a cool guy. He helps me make my danger food. Right, Mark?
Yes.
Mark is our whipping boy, so on the days that we make food that involves either whipped cream or custard, something that you have to keep beating to keep it from get it whipped and to aerate it and or keep it from turning into egg like a custard. That's his job. So he builds up a nice strong forearm in the process. Right, Mark?
Yep.
He didn't have to do that yesterday, although he did help melt my chocolate. I taught him how to make ganache. So Matt learned how to ganache his chocolate. Who in the chat has made a ganache? Has anyone made a ganache? Speak up if you've buttered your chocolate, because it's an important life experience, I'd say. Okay. Should I live spleen? Oh my god.
Live spleen? Oh god.
Live stream Splatoon.
You should do that sometime.
But I have the connector for the, no, that's...
Just put a camera on the TV.
No, I have the HDMI adapter now.
That lets you...
Hook the TV up to my computer.
But that just lets the everybody see what's on the computer. You can't bring in what's from your. That doesn't bring in the switch into your computer.
No, it doesn't have to. Like, if it's
What do you-
connected to my computer, then I can set that as a window.
Set what?
The TV. If it's connected to my computer. It's a...
No.
Yeah, that's a screen.
It's out of your computer, not into your computer.
What? So I can put what's on my computer on the TV, but not...
Yes.
Oh, that's
Matt
dumb.
was talking about the $150 box that will let him put what's on his Switch or his PlayStation into his computer.
That's stupid.
In a window. Yes.
Stupid. Okay. If I live stream Splatoon, it's going to be me pointing this camera at the TV, which is going to be kind of weird. Are you guys okay with that? I have eaten chocolate before, if that counts.
Sure.
Sure. You've ganoshed.
You can ganache if you want to. You can do your thing.
No, they say I needed a capture card.
Yep.
Fuck.
A $150 widget.
I do not have a capture card,
You can
so...
borrow Matt's once he buys it.
No splatooning. I'm gonna do that in private. Okay.
No, just aim the camera at your TV.
Fuck.
Your Logitech. That's all you need to do.
Fine.
Good as capture. Don't spend money on that. Oh my god.
Alright, I'm putting the Eye of Toast code on this eye now. So I'm gonna put the programming pinchers on the edge of the board. Right, like that. Oh god. And I'm gonna upload this code real quick. Here it goes. Upload using programmer. That's not it. Oh, they don't have resistors yet. Ha! Sorry! I have to put a bunch of zeros on here. That was totally hilarious. That was a buzzkill. So sorry about that. Okay, I need to put I need to put resistors on. Sorry. LOL. Oh, can Noodle... I'm actually, my handle on Switch is Noodle Feet. So, technically Noodle is using my body as like an analog to play Splatoon. So he's playing Splatoon through me. So Noodle is definitely playing Splatoon. It's a thing. I've decided that that's how that works. So Noodle's actually the one spraying paint all over people's faces. He's a ruthless bastard. I'll say that. He is super ruthless. Where's my spool of zeros? Okay, there they are. Okay, so these are my 0 ohm. I gotta put those on the back of my board because I forgot to do that because I'm bad at things. And now I have this really weird, awkward cord hanging off of the edge of my board that's making my life weird. Eating would be nice. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go attack that bag of Doritos.
Go to the store.
What do you want?
You want the hamburgers?
Yeah.
What do you want? Hot dogs?
I want tandoori burgers.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the Smiths and get the meat.
I am the keymaster. What?
I'm the keymaster.
I'm the keymaster.
I'm the keymaster.
I'm the master of keys.
I loved that movie.
What movie?
It's a Ghostbusters.
Oh.
It's Rick Moranis.
Oh.
I'm the keymaster. I'm gonna open a gate.
I'm the gatekeeper. Who wants to open my gate? Now the question is, Mark, do you want a burger tonight?
I want... Well, do you want something alternative?
Alternative burger.
Do you want to go somewhere?
Do you want to go somewhere? Oh god.
I mean, I'm like working on things, so I don't want to like blow away 3 hours doing one or the other.
Do you want to go get Chipotle?
Not really.
Okay. What? Do you want to go get In-N-Out?
Not really. I'd rather make a hamburger than get In-N-Out.
Do you want to go get Cafe Rio?
That's expensive.
Do you want to eat leftovers?
We have a little bit of taco left.
Okay.
Not a lot. I don't think there's enough. That's your lunch tomorrow, I think.
Okay. Do you want... I don't know.
Do you want Fast Panda?
What? Panda Express?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Okay, so you don't like Panda Express.
No.
I love Panda Express.
What's wrong with you?
You want just regular Chinese?
From what?
From across the street?
No.
No.
I don't want to shit out of my butt for
That's not
forever.
They got their rating back up to a B.
No. No.
I don't know. You could find an Archie's. I'm craving curry. Like big time.
What?
Or I could just make those tandoori burgers.
You could get...
Run across the street and be back, start barbecuing.
You can go on Google Eats or whatever that app is that Matt uses.
I don't like getting my food delivered. There's something bad. I feel like I'm exploiting a human being who's not making more than $5 off of it.
That's most of life, is exploiting a human being.
I feel like a shit person when I do that.
Okay. What do you want?
I want the blood of my enemies.
Who are your enemies? Do you have enemies?
Donna from HR.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. That's an inside joke over.
Oh god, I just launched that resistor into oblivion.
I don't know. Can I just make food?
Like what? If you're making spaghetti, yeah.
Get it? I'll make spaghetti with red sauce.
No, fuck that.
I bought all that spaghetti and now you don't want it.
Cause you make it every night.
I don't make it every night. I make it once every month because you don't like it.
Cause there's so much of it.
Eat it.
Domestic fighting.
God. It's annoying.
Can you put the 10K resistor on here in R13?
Why do you put it on there?
Cause I don't have it over here.
Well, I give you one.
Okay, then give me one.
Did you go mine?
Thank you. You can make whatever you want, honey.
I'm gonna make burgers. It's the easy thing for me to do.
Make burgers.
Good, nutritious.
Fuck.
You want anything on your burger?
Cheese.
What kind of cheese?
All of it.
Gouda?
No.
Do you want the cheddar?
Yes.
All right, I have American too.
There's blue cheese in there. I'll put that.
Put the blue cheese on yours.
Put
blue
some
cheese tandoori.
Sure.
Oh
No, just tandoori. Fuck it. I don't want anything on my burger.
Gandhi's rolling over in his grave.
No. No gondling.
All right.
Oh.
Fun time.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. You got more LEDs.
Wait. One of them isn't
LEDs.
doing. Oh, that's because I didn't put the other.
You didn't put it on.
The R13 needs to be a 10K.
All right.
Here. Put 10K on the R13 and then you can cook burgers.
I just gave it to you.
You did?
Do it yourself.
Is it a 10K that
Learn
goes
how
there?
to solder.
I know how to solder! I'm gonna fucking punch you in your
It's right
butt.
here. Just take one off the end, just the tip.
I'm gonna slap you so hard you wake up in like 3 days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds like a fun time.
All right.
What?
All right, I'm gonna go hit the place.
What place?
The Smiths.
Oh,
Get burgers, the buns. I think that's it.
can you get me a thing?
What do you need?
Nothing, because we're gonna cook the peppers.
Yeah, and we'll cook the peppers. But do you need anything?
No.
You don't need anything from the store?
No.
Nothing that you're missing?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. I will be back.
Honey, wait, no. We'll get the honey from Sam's Club.
I'll get honey on Tuesday.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And
Okay.
when that stops, you can take this thing off and show people.
Okay.
It's like almost done.
It's working now.
Yeah.
Fuck. That section is not working. Why? Fuck. Neither's that one. 2 of the segments are not working. Why are they not working? That is not working, and that is not working. Alright, I'll play Splatoon in as soon as I figure out why these segments aren't working. All that matters is that you're possessed by Noodle. Yes. I am possessed by Noodle, and that is all that matters. I'd rather make a burger than get In-N-Out. Oh shit, shots are fired. I love In-N-Out. That's probably maybe not a popular opinion, but I fucking love In-N-Out. They have the best french fries ever. Deke Shaw says that they love what I do. Thank you. I'm happy doing what I do too. Except it's not working right now, so I'm kind of angry. My enemies are bad solder joints and my lack of capture card. Those are my enemies too right now, apparently. And yes, I totally launched that resistor into oblivion. It never got to be alive, Vi. At all. Like, it's just gone. Like, I heard it, like, collide. I'll probably find it, like, in, like, a week or 2 when I try to clean my desk. And I don't know what Chinese place we were talking about. It's called, like, Chinese food, and it's across the street. It's like China Queen or something. Aww. If you have an appointment, cheese, go to your appointment. It is cool. I don't know, I'm gonna play Splatoon at some point and eat a burger. I have no idea why those pins aren't working, or those segments aren't doing. But these ones aren't either. Interesting. So part of the blue eye board is not doing what it is supposed to. And I'm pretty sure that it's all soldered up properly. So I'm not sure about that. That's a frustrating thing. Whatever. That's frustrating, guys. I don't know what to make of it, and Mark just left for the grocery store, so I'm kind of like at odds with why those segments aren't working. And it's kind of an interesting thing, because it's both parts, it's both LEDs, part of a segment, so it makes me think that it's not the actual LEDs that are the problem, since it's pairs of LEDs that aren't working. It might be the resistors? I'm not entirely sure what's causing that. That's weird. The pins on the chip look like they are all soldered in place. That is a very strange thing. But I'm not going to get an answer until he gets back. But, this is a blue one. A blue eye. All soldered up and working. Here, let me plug in the other one. It's over there. Ugh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Shit. Yeah. Eyes for the eyes of toast. Ooh, I think the printer's done. The printer is done printing a Delta paddle. There we go. Toaster is not amused. He says he's the only appliance that can have a soul. He's rude like that. Oh man, not sure if I... do you have a LinkedIn profile? I totally don't. Sorry. Burger King, have it in a way. What? I don't like Burger King. Have it in a way. Oh, I get it. Ha ha ha. If I'm gonna have a burger and it's gonna be fast food, it has to be In-N-Out. Yeah. I am a raptor from a cyberpunk future that I don't get to live in because we have our priorities screwed up in this time. Whee! Okay, so these green ones, Tony, are you still around? So these green ones are going to Tony, on his rice cooker, but the rice cooker isn't going to be a judgmental rice cooker. It needs to be a happy rice cooker. So we're gonna have to brainstorm how to make these eyes go from looking unamused to looking happy. Yeah. What are you guys eating for dinner? I hope you all are eating your veggies, because that's important. Yay! Tony finished making his saw place. That's good. That was... I know this because I was over there, but Tony's goal for the day was to get his saws in a home of their own so that they have a place that they belong. It's like part of the nesting ritual. So, cheers. And your eyes do the Tony eyes. Wait. Yay. Rice eyes. And then I guess technically the orange one works too. They all kind of work. Everything's working. It's like a party. I mean, working with the exception of the segments on the blue eye that are like mysteriously not doing what they're supposed to for reasons unknown. But what do you guys think? Let me push this in there a little bit farther so there is less light gaps. Wait, I can do this. Hang on. No, it just doesn't want to go. Fine, if that's as far as it will go, that's okay, I guess. It's frustrating when it won't go all the way in. Okay, so we have, there we go. Does this thing have an on and off switch or no? Alright, I can't get them synced, but in lieu of having them synced, this is like the brightness that we're talking about. The blue doesn't actually look, on the camera at least, to be that much dimmer than the green. I don't know, I think I might keep, yeah, I'll keep the blue. Nothing wrong with it. It looks nice. Like, as I'm looking at it now in the dark, they look about the same brightness and intensity, so, I don't know. So these will be two colors available on my store. I'm not sure why the segments are not working on the blue. I will figure it out. I'm gonna turn my light back on. Ooh, where did that die? There. Alright, kids. Rice cooker pancakes? Is that a thing? Do you make pancakes with your rice cooker? you put like pancake batter in your rice cooker and let it make you pancakes? Is that how that works? Because that sounds like wizardry. Oh god. But yeah, I'm gonna keep the blue. It has been decided. So I need to solder up a red one and a yellow one. And at that point in time, I'll have all of my colors represented. And I may or may not do that tonight. It depends on whether or not I feel like soldering for the rest of the evening or not. And like I mentioned, I kind of feel like playing Splatoon and just like taking some part of my weekend off to be leisure-like. I hope you guys have eaten dinner. Now wait, you guys are like in different time zones and like in different days, so I take that back. Not everybody lives on the West Coast, Sarah. This is jammed in there now. It can stay. Forget it. Alright. With that being said, I don't know. I'm gonna probably end the stream for the time being, because once Mark gets home, I'm probably going to help cook dinner and then put food in my face. And then I'll mix up another beer, dirty beer, and if you guys are really honestly, like, honest to goodness, like, interested in watching me play Splatoon through a shitty camera, then I can stream that, but otherwise I'm just gonna kind of park it on the couch for the rest of the day and put ink on people's faces and laugh maniacally while I do so. Yeah. But, I don't know. There are 2 other colors that I need to create prototypes for. Like I mentioned, I need to do a tungsten and a red, and then at that point I can take pictures of the boards assembled and put them on my Tindy profile product thing and get those submitted, and then I can work more on my instructions. There's a lot of work I could also do tonight. It just depends on whether or not I am focused enough to get it done. In any case, this week, at some point in the near future, ooh, Mark's back already, I will post those instructions as soon as the things are on my store. And then you will know all the secrets about the toast eyes. And I don't know, what if you guys could put eyes on an appliance, what would you put eyes on? Other than like a toaster or a rice cooker. Like, I don't know what... Mark's gonna put a pair of eyes on his new printer back there, which you can't see.
Alright, the print's done. Should I come bring it over?
Sure, if you want.
Right. So this is the first official, not test print of my Prusa. So the bed comes off, which is really nice, and it's spring steel, so the part pops off like that. Mm-hmm. And I would say the print quality is pretty darn nice. I'd say the replicator's pretty close, but it is a very clean print. How's the bottom look? I probably need to adjust my bottom bed just a little bit, but overall this is a very good part.
Show it to the thing.
There you go. So there, that's all the
rage.
It's all the rage. So the first part on the printer. I love my Prusa. This is a nice printer. I think I'm gonna get 2 more.
Wow.
It's like, they're like cats. You can't just have one.
That's excessive.
So, yeah. Well, then I mean, these are inexpensive enough at $750 that having 2 more and then just have colors in them, and then that way you're not changing the filament if you're doing a lot of the same stuff.
It's a lot cheaper to just change the filament out.
Well, and you're running them in parallel, so now when you do a part, right, you can kind of have them, you can work faster. So the third printer, what I might do is convert that to a pick and place machine, because I have some ideas in that space, so I may reprogram it to do
pizza.
Change out the head is not printing, but or I thought about doing the thing people do, put an icing extruder as a print head, and I can put sheet cakes in, and I can put words on cakes. Somebody's mom's gonna love that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why? Are you trying to attract, like,
old ladies?
Old ladies that want to make cakes.
You're so smart. You put words on a cake. Is that Pokemon? All right, so I'm gonna go make hamburgers now.
Okay. All right.
You should wrap this fun that you're having, like, wrap it up.
Sweet.
Wrap it up like a burrito.
Ooh. Cheese says he'd love to put eyes on the blender and have them change based on use. That would be cool.
Oh, that's nice. Yes.
Or maybe add eyes to a desk. A desk putter? I have one cat. I don't know, I think everything needs eyes now. Like, I know that now that I have these boards, I have like 10 pairs of them that I'm keeping for myself, and I'm just going to put them on terrible things. That's what I'm gonna end up doing. Oh man, if I had a 3D printer, I would, for whatever weird reason, print old N64 character models. Polygons are fun. That'd be cool. That's also cool. 3D printers are awesome. I think it's nuts that he wants to buy 3 of them now, though. I don't think 3 is necessary. We've done plenty with 1. The fact that there's 2 in the house now is kind of, like, cool, but I don't know how necessary. Tony says, or you could get the 2 machines in your garage working. Yes. That's not up to me. I can send a picture of my desk putter if desired. Oh, if you want. You should totally... Are you in the Discord chat? Because all the pictures and all the stuff that we talk about in between streams about weirdness happens there. Oh wow, this is really nice. Holy shit. Wow. This thing's way nicer quality than the other printer. Damn. It's like a solid... You can't even see the layers. Like, you legit can't see the layers. Damn. Fancy. I'm impressed. Well, that's good. We have a new toy. Cool. Cheese, you should totally... That's right. Ah! Yeah, definitely. Send pictures in Discord and we shall chat about all the stuff. I'm gonna put these on something and then take a picture for now. Just to, like, satisfy that part of me that wants to, like, bring this to, like, fruition. But I'm gonna go wash my hands because I'm covered in lead, and then I'm going to go help Mark make those burgers so I can eat, because I haven't eaten yet today and I'm starving, and I've had 2 beers, so I need to, like, put some food in my body at this point. But if I do decide to play Splatoon, which I might not, I might get back to work, which is a likely thing because I have this disease where I, like, just don't stop working. I'm gonna keep doing the working. If not, if I do decide to Splatoon, then I might probably stream that, and you guys, the 2 of you that are interested in watching me like ink all over children's faces, can watch me be lewd and vile and not the least bit I don't know, politically correct, child-friendly, I don't know. However we are when we're playing in competitive games, I'm going to be that way. Because it's fun, and you should totally let us into your fun adventures of destroying children for fun. Alright, Vi, fine. Fuck. All this pressure. Jeez. Okay, so I'm going to go make that burger, and then I'm going to go make another dirty beer, and then I will set that up, and I'll play for a little bit. Splatfest this month is chicken versus egg, so I have to decide when I log in whether I want to be team chicken or egg, which is, like, this incredibly difficult decision to make. And I'm kind of leaning on the side of side chicken, but Noodle is very insistent that since he's the one who's going to be playing through Mommy's body, that I be on Team Egg, because Noodle really, really fucking likes eggs. So I'm kind of at this moral dilemma whether I appease my child or do what I want. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But these are just things to think about while I eat my burger, my tandoori burger. Alright. Alright, fine. It's fun. Oh, everyone's saying egg. Shit. God damn it. You guys are making my life hard. Okay. Well, alright guys. I will be back then. And I will play Splatoon. You guys should eat food, even if it's like 2 in the morning or whatever weird like times that it happens to be in those places. We should all eat something and then grab a drink, and then we'll meet back in a couple hours and we'll do some Splatoon. So until then, I don't know. Thank you for keeping me company while I assembled these eyes, and or the blue eye, and helping me conclude that I'm going to keep the blue set of blinky eyes on my my product list instead of replacing it with another color. So until then, eat that food and drink that beer. So I'll see you guys soon. Yeah, that looks creepy. Alright, take care. Where's the stop button? Oh my gosh.